Alrighty, we have a Clavinet D6 here, and as you can hear, it's quite hissy. It plays, but the noise level is quite high. We're going to let you know this is not shielded in any way, shape, or form, and while we're going to have to turn this down for safety reasons in order to be able to show you the preamp. You'll find the preamp is not only unshielded, but it's just sitting out there in the breeze. Now the switches and assembly are here, and here is the preamp itself. It's sitting out in the open where it can pick up either other items, and the capacitors and other effects in there are quite old. Alrighty, it should be noted that this aluminum foil under here won't do very much. Normally, you would expect some shielding effects to occur on the board. Well, this board is so sensitive that we're going to have to put this inside of a shielded box, an aluminum box, after changing the capacitors and resistors and transistors. And then what we're going to do is shield the rest of the unit on the cover, so that when the cover comes down, it doesn't pick anything up. It's often noted that in some cases, the clavinet may be placed on top of another keyboard with some degree of interference, and this is partially due to the fact that it's only wood with no shielding. Our shield box takes care of that problem. First step is to remove the preamp from the rest of the unit, and this may be easier said than done in some cases. There are usually some standoffs in there and some wood screws, and if the unit has been taken in and out several times, it's possible that the screws are stripped. But in any case, the screws have a little plastic standoff mounting it above the board. We're going to save those for the moment. We're going to replace the capacitors first, but we want you to know that there are a whole bunch of them here. They don't look like caps. This one, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a sixth one there. A seventh one in between the two inductors. 8, 9, and 10. Now that blue one is a tantalum capacitor, and it's not going to be changed. This golden colored one is an electrolytic capacitor, and it's polarity sensitive, but the others that I mentioned on this board are not polarity sensitive and can go in either way. I generally start with the electrolytic. It's usually responsible for a whole bunch of ills, and you should make note which end is positive this end is, and that's real important, because when you put that back in, you must observe polarity. Alright, we've removed one side of the capacitor, and the other side is on the ground plane, so we're going to remove it as well. And we're going to discard it. This is the 100 microfarad. And again, with an electrolytic, you have to observe polarity. So we're going to take the new one and form the leads out of the kit. Now, the one we took out was an axial lead unit. What we're replacing it with is a radial lead component. It's a little smaller, and we're going to form the leads such that they can be inserted into the board. like that. Please note this one has the golden stripe with a minus on it. Your original had a plus sign on this end. We're then going to sit there and bend this over and apply solder to finish the job and cut off the excess lead. We're going to do this for this capacitor and for all the others that are on here. We're removing a 0.22 microfarad from the board, and we're going to replace it. Unlike the electrolytic, which we just removed and replaced, these are Mylar style or polyester film capacitors, and they do not require polarity sensitive, so they can be put in either way.